Hey everyone, sorry it's been so long since I did a video. I know my last ones have kind of been a little different with promoting the group and also promoting my website. I haven't done a video because a lot has been going on with me health-wise. My seizures are back to being very regular. Pretty much every few days I have some sort of seizure. And yesterday was a really bad day for me. My phone died. I forgot to bring it in and charge it during the night, and it died. And I slept through every alarm clock that went off in the house, and was 3.5 hours late getting my medicine. And with seizure meds, they need to be constantly at the same levels in your bloodstream. Now they're effective for like 14 hours, but you need to take it every 12 hours to just keep it at the same level in your body. And so 3.5 hours, it was really quite late, and we were hoping that I wouldn't have seizures, but I had 2 rounds of seizures, and I don't really, there's about half-hour blocks of time that I don't really remember where I was having seizures on and off, but I never really came all the way to regular consciousness throughout that half-hour each time. So I am completely drained of pretty much any energy that I would have had today, which I was hoping to get a lot done. And incontinence-wise, I have some samples coming in that I'm really excited about. I emailed a company, and they were willing to give me a really good deal on some samples, and I will get into that more when I do those videos. But pretty much I have a lot of different diapers to review and to try. I'm hoping to kind of find something that will work well for me, because I'm kind of tired of the Tranquility. They're not really performing as well as I would like. I have leaked a lot the last few days. I kind of tend to do that when I have seizures. I tend to wet a lot more. You know, yesterday we went through so many diapers, it was not even funny. But I am doing a little better today. No seizures so far, and I've had, 2 doses since then that were right on time. And so life's just been a little crazy lately as far as all that goes. It's just been nuts. But I do have good news as far as that goes, is I have 2 tests coming up. One is in about 2 weeks, a little over 2, or under 2 weeks, I mean. They're going to do a 24-hour EEG on me at home, and I'll go to the office, I'll get all hooked up to the wires, and then they'll send me home for 24 hours, and then I'll go back the next day and get unhooked, and they'll analyze the feeds when they disconnect me. And when we went to the doctor a couple weeks ago, we were able to videotape a seizure, and he kind of made the decision that we can't wait on more testing. We were trying to wait because hospital stays can get expensive on my insurance. So he decided that right now the need for them outweighs the cost of them. So we're waiting to hear back from the hospital that will do this test on when to do it. But it'll pretty much be I get admitted for a few days, and they just record what's going on with my brain and see if they can induce some seizures and see where they're coming from and what type they are exactly. And from there we should be able to medicate better or figure out other options for what needs to go on. So I don't know, I might do a video during that whole thing just to show you guys what's going on, show you my cool headdress and all that. We'll see. But other than that, things have been kind of quiet. I haven't had a lot to discuss. I've been busy with internet things. Just got my mom is having me help her out with her website for her art, and it's just been it's been a rough couple of weeks lately. It's just been so rough on me. And it only aids with depression. It's just like I just felt so down. But I knew I was depressed and upset, and I didn't really want to do a video, but I figured I'd make myself do it because it kind of cheers me up a little bit to talk about things. I've had a few different types of seizures these last few weeks, and they're really scary. It kind of flips me out when I wake up from them, and it kind of freaks my boyfriend out as well. But, you know, they're ones that I can't be left alone during at all. You know, with my usual grand mal and partial complex seizures, or complex partial, whatever they're called, those, so long as I'm in a safe area, I'm okay after them. I just can't really do much. And usually when I can, I call my boyfriend, and he'll come home and help me out for a few minutes and get me situated, and then he'll go back to work. But with this other kind, it's a mix between a panic attack and, like, I don't know, they're really weird. I kind of get really angry during them. I try to do, you know, I tend to want to walk around, but, you know, it's not safe for me to do that because at any point I can go into a grand mal seizure. So it's best to keep me confined to a safe place, like my chair or my bed, or even just the bedroom on the floor type thing. But my brain doesn't want to do that. During these ones, I don't actually remember what's going on really. It's kind of like watching a hazy dream as far as how I remember them. I don't actually like lose consciousness technically. My boyfriend says I do still talk some to him, and sometimes I can follow commands, but I'm not actually there, and I have no memory of it. The only thing I can possibly remember from them is sometimes what emotions I was feeling, because a lot of times that'll carry over to when I come out of the seizure. And I can also, like, remember hearing his voice, but I don't know what he said. I can't remember what he said, and I actually don't, from what he says, I don't actually process what he's saying to me. But I remember hearing talking, and I remember emotions kind of based on how I wake up from it. I mean, how I come out of it. I guess I'm not technically unconscious. But those have been really rough and really scary, and they've happened quite a bit lately. So that's part, you know, at first we thought they were just like panic or anxiety attacks, and then we had a really scary one night, and the way it presented, my boyfriend said that wasn't just a normal panic attack, and I started looking it up and talking to people, and they think it's, you know, from what I've read, I think it is a seizure of sorts. It's really hard for him to record those ones because he has to keep me safe during them. I am, you know, I guess I do a lot of walking around. I do a lot of repetitive movements, and one time I was, you know, trying to bite my finger, and I had a pretty good mark on my finger for several hours after, and my finger was actually sore the whole day after. So, you know, the only way he'll be able to record those is when he knows what's happening, get me in a safe room, and set the camera up so where he can see me and record it that way. Honestly, I'm kind of don't want those recorded because the way I wake up is really bad. It's very scary for me, and I wake up from them and I'm just beside myself. But I know that we need to get one of these recorded to show the doctor what's going on. And you know, we just need to get some answers for all this and get some treatment for them, because they're really starting to take a toll on my body, and it's really hard to do things throughout the day when I have these. But you know, so that's just kind of a general update. I'm really looking forward to doing some of these reviews. I'm really excited to actually get some decent diapers, to just, even if it's just a couple of each one. You know, it's nice to have a change of scenery in a way. I get really annoyed after wearing the same diaper for months and months and months on end. And right now they're not working as well as they were. You know, I go through this where certain ones will work for a while, and then other ones won't, and then the same one won't work for a while. So I think it's time to have a change in what I'm wearing, and I'm hoping through this sample pack I can kind of determine what is best for my needs. I know some of the ones I'll be there, you know, just to tell you a few that I'll be reviewing is the new Absorbency Plus from XP Medical, Abena, I think Molicare, and maybe Tenna, just a few different ones. I'm not exactly sure what he's sending. He basically told me he would give me 2 of each thing they have. So I even don't know what I'm getting. And the funny thing is that I had in my profile on that site, I had all my old address information and everything. So it actually got shipped to New York. And I got a call from the FedEx office in New York, and they were like, we don't have this address in New York, so what's up? And I told them it was a mistake, that I was in Kansas, actually, so they were going to reroute them to me. So they should be here either like today or Wednesday, sometime between now and then. So I will be doing videos of them, and you know, some pictures and stuff as well, to give you guys some really good reviews on each diaper. So keep on watching and keep an eye out for those videos. I'm probably going to post, you know, I'm not going to post them every day, probably, but I'll save them up and post like 1 or 2 a week. As far as the reviews go, there'll probably be some videos in between there. But this video is kind of running long, so I'm going to get going, and you guys have a wonderful day. And please comment and rate and subscribe my channel. And have a wonderful day.